Hello everyone, this is StrawberryShorty here with a short review of AI the Somnium files. So, I'd been kind of trying to figure out what I wanted to do, because I knew I wanted to do some content on this game with the sequel Nirvana Initiative coming out, but I was kind of torn on what type of video I wanted to do, because I still feel that for some people this is a lesser known title, so I did want to go over like gameplay and stuff. But I also really wanted to talk about the story and my thoughts on it. And I figure that, like, the people that'll care most about that are people that will not care about the other stuff. So since my normal reviews typically end up having a spoiler section, I decided to just do a short review, and I'm going to do a separate rant video where I talk completely spoiler-filled talk about the story. So, what is AI the Somnium files? So this is a game created by Uchikoshi, who is probably best known for the Zero Escape series. And you are a detective named Date and his AI partner Aiba, who are trying to solve a murder case, and they can like dive into people's minds and explore their somniums. So let's just jump right into gameplay. I hope you can't hear my tower, which is going insane. I'm recording this while running a Norton scan, so maybe I should pause until that's done. Hold on a minute. Okay, I think it's done now. But that was super loud. So, anyway. So that's the basic plot. Gameplay-wise, like, for the most part, it's like your standard point-and-click game. You talk to people, you examine stuff. The game is pretty funny. It's got a lot of enjoyable commentary. Some people don't like how perverted Date is. I didn't really mind. But I think one of the big gameplay flaws for me is kind of the core mechanic of the game, which is the somniums, where you dive into someone's head and you're basically put into like this kind of surreal world based on their like mental state or their memories, and you have to figure out how to progress. Except that there's not really much in the way of clues as to how you progress. Like, whenever you do an action, it will take up time, and you can't stay in Somnium for more than 6 minutes. So you basically pick actions, you lose time, you get these things called timies where you can lessen the time, or if you get a bad timey, you can end up doubling the time. And some of the later Somniums are impossible without having kept, like, certain timies, which is really annoying, but these Somniums are just random. Like, there's not really much of a clue what you're supposed to pick to progress. So you're basically just running around trying everything with no real direction. And having to repeat, because like it like checkpoints as you unlock the mental locks that you have to unlock. But it's still not really fun having to do that. Like, the Somniums themselves are interesting. The interactions between Date and Aiba are interesting. But I don't like this mechanic. I hope that the sequel improves upon it. There's also a couple QTEs, but there's not really anything to say there. There's so few of them, and they're just pretty standard, like, move the cursor here and press a button. Story is the thing I have the most to say about, but I'm gonna save anything super comprehensive for my rant video. But for me, I thought the story ended up falling a little flat, which, like, it's not a bad story, don't get me wrong. I think that there's a lot of interesting characters, a lot of interesting dialogue, there's some good twists, but it just fell a little short for me. At times, the game kind of felt incomplete. Like there should have been more paths, there should have been more interactions with certain characters, and just there seems like there's so much more that they could have done, and I ended up being just the slightest bit disappointed. And the end reveal of the killer and their motives is probably like one of the most unsatisfying things ever. I don't know if that's going to be considered a controversial take or not, but so It's not a terrible game. I definitely think that it's worth experiencing, but I personally don't think it's perfect. So that's all I really have to say about that game. Like I said, I'm saving a lot of the stuff I want to talk about for the rant video. So thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye.